Happy New Comic Book Day, webheads. Guys, guess what? I'm driving to that famous comic book store. That's right, guys. We're going to be on episode 498. That's right. Only 2 more episodes into episode 500. But until we get to that episode, let's go in that shop and see what I get this week. Hey, all my webheads out there, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. And fans, I am your host, Mike Spider Slayer, always helping you make decisions on what comic books to buy. And today, guys, I am bringing you Spider Slayer's comic book haul, episode number 498, only 2 away from the big 500 number. And this is the video series where each and every week I share with you guys what I picked up at my comic shop, which is Comic Central, located in the city of Sanford in Central Florida. So guys, if you're ever in the area, go ahead and tell them that Mike Spider Slayer sent you. They'll provide you with some great comic book service, and who knows, I could be in the shop one day and we could talk. With that being said, guys, let's get started with this week's haul. We don't want to waste too much time. Now, nothing for nothing, when it came to new comic books this week, not a lot, because Image books wound up getting delayed. So you're going to be missing some books, and I think maybe some Marvel books did too. Anyway, here it is, the mysterious black bag. Time for it to go in full effect like it does every week. And the mysterious black bag is on the floor. So guys, here is the stack for the week, and let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so the first book that we're going to be discussing is from DC, and this is Superman, Son of Kal-El. All of a sudden now, everybody wants this book based off of the announcement of what's going on with John. I'm lucky to have all the issues of this book, and not only just for what's going on, but I think it's a very well-written story. I've quite enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to the future adventures of what's happening. Here's some of the interior artwork in this book. We get to see John making new friends. We get to see him trying to, help his grandma and grandfather in this issue. Clark has left, and artwork looks a little bit different, I think. I don't know if that's the case, but it looks like a good issue. So I'm looking forward to this book and seeing the direction now that it actually goes. All right, the next book we wound up getting is Suicide Squad. This is issue 8. I guess this was in my pull box for a reason. Maybe it has always been in my pull. Maybe I just want to see what happens through the end of this story arc, and then where does this story go from here after this. I don't know. We'll see. Artwork has always been pretty good in this book, but I did not like this. What is his name? Scutterbug, whatever that guy's name is. I didn't like him because I didn't like that he was breaking the fourth wall. And maybe he's been around forever, but I just don't need another Harley or Deadpool type of character in my life. They just get annoying to me. So that's Suicide Squad issue 8. So another book that I wound up getting that I wasn't going to get was Refrigerator Full of Heads. From Joe Hill. This is issue 1. Now, I think this is a spin-off series based off of the original. I forgot the name of the book because it showed the axe in it. This axe right here. So I think it's a spin-off book, but from what I was told from my good friend Comic Uno, that you actually don't need to read that series to understand what's going on in this comic book. So I was like, all right, I'm a good, huge fan of horror comics. So I was like, oh, I'll check it out. And of course, guys, it's Halloween, so you got to read those horror books, right? So looking forward to this one. So Refrigerator Full of Heads, issue 1. You got to love the title of it. All right. Next from DC, I wound up getting Nubia and the Amazons. Again, I have not been a huge Wonder Woman fan in general. I really enjoy the Wonder Girl book. But I'm not like into all the mythology and stuff. But being that we have, a new series with Nubia in it, I was like, you know what? I'll give it a try. It's only 6 issues. If I don't like issue 1, then I just won't continue it. That's all. I won't have a problem dropping a miniseries book, right? So Here's some of the artwork in there. So like I usually say, we'll see what happens with it, right? So there you have it, Nubia and the Amazons. Dude, this sun is getting right in my face today. So annoying. All right, and then speaking of Fear State, now with the Bat Family, we have Catwoman issue 36. Seeing this cover in a digital format just was weird, right? It didn't do it any justice. But seeing it in physical form is wild. Like, this is a Jenny Frison cover, and the eyes on Harley on this is just creepy as all hell. And so I'm like looking at it, and I'm like, dude, stop looking at me, Harley. But the Fear State tie-in was actually really good by Ram V. Now we're going to be getting a new writer. And just as Mike Spider Slayer is about to read this series, we're getting Teenie Howard on the book. And I'm like, oh man, for real? So here's some of the interior artwork. So should I stay on Catwoman, guys, once Teenie Howard takes over? Let me know in the comment section below. And how do you feel about her taking over this book? But great cover there. All right, more Fear State stuff. We have Batman issue 115 as it continues the event that's going on in pretty much all of the Batman books right now. Interior artwork in here by Jorge. Oh, no, it's not Jorge Jimenez in this, is it? Yeah, it is. Actually, I found the name on there. So it is this regular artist on there. Let's see if we got, and there's another cool page of Peacekeeper 1. He's all messed up, dude. That's pretty cool. Looking forward to it. You know, last issue had tons of action when it comes to the battle of Peacekeeper 10 or X and Peacekeeper 1. So, you know, we'll see now how the story progresses further. All right. One of my favorite Bat Family books right now. This is Nightwing issue 85. Great story. Even though the main plot is not going on right now, and it has to deal with Fear State, I'm still looking forward to this. I can't wait to see these two interact. When they're together, I love them together. I think they're a great couple here. And it's funny how they're both, you know, have like new costumes, basically. Nightwing doesn't have his new costume yet in this issue, but he's going to. And it's not much different. It's just got like blue lines going down his arms. Otherwise, it's pretty much the same. And there you got Bab's new costume in there also. But this is a great series written by Tom Taylor. Always looking forward to reading it. So, yep, there is that one. All right, so what else do we have here? We got some Marvel comics. Same thing, Marvel got some books that were delayed this week. We wound up getting The Death of Doctor Strange. This is issue 2. Last issue was actually pretty cool, as you got to see the death of Doctor Strange. But technically, he's not really dead, right? We just get another version of him, like an older version of him, like the 1960s of him. So I'm curious to see how the story thickens here as we get into issue 2. And does the 60s version of Doctor Strange stick around, or does he die also? And then we get another Sorcerer Supreme. So that's what I'm very curious to see. All right, next we wound up getting the Fantastic Four issue 37. We got kind of a Halloween special going on here. I'm curious to see how they're gonna leave Johnny in the basement, or do they let him out for Halloween? Maybe they do, because it looks like you see that in this issue. So maybe this is not a dark issue at all. Maybe it's just them having fun, going out trick-or-treating with the family on Yancey Street. I like this book. I think it's well written by Dan Slott. I think he captures all the characters in there. It's a very family dynamic book, and looking forward to it. All right, so next from Marvel, we wound up getting, oh yeah, the Stormbreakers variants cover here. This is the Venomized Doctor Strange cover. That is sweet. I really enjoy that cover. Seeing Doctor Strange Venomized with his 6 arms and tongue hanging out. Really cool stuff there. All right, and then next from Marvel, we have Thor issue 18. This is like a filler story, and it has Throg on there. So you can't deny Throg, right? And we're going to see a story about him, and then issue 19 picks up, Nick Klein returns, and we'll get a new story arc that's going to be a little bit more serious. I want to see Throg, man. Where's Throg? There he is. There's all his little frog family and stuff like that. So yeah, looking forward to that. All right. So now the only 2 independent books that I wound up getting this week were 2 good ones, though. First one was Fight Girls, issue 4 out of 5. My freaking favorite independent comic coming out right now from Frank Cho. This book is great about these women trying to fight for this crown, and now it comes down to the final 2 women. Who will win? Who will lose? Who will take over the crown? It's a gruesome book at times. It's gory. It has lots of action. The artwork is great. The pacing is good. Can't wait to see how we get close to the end of this book. This is the penultimate issue. And then last but not least, from the new books this week, we wound up getting, oh yeah, Gun Honey issue 2. Very gorgeous looking cover here. It's amazing. Again, I said this in my top 10 comic book covers of the week. Who just sits around in their underwear on a window ledge petting their cat with a freaking gun next to their thigh there, huh? But nevertheless, it's gorgeous. So let's take a look on the inside. I like it. I like this arms dealer. I think she's pretty cool. So we'll see what this story actually has to offer going forward. Looking forward to it, guys. All right, so now, guys, it is time for those Facebook shout-outs. So my first shout-outs of the day are going to go to Christopher Lawrence Bennett and Scott Vaughn for showing their appreciation and love towards Jennifer Walters' She-Hulk. That's right, guys. She is coming back in her brand new series, and we get to see already a couple covers, one from Adam Hughes and one from Jen Partel. I think this is going to be really exciting, and I can't wait for this to return. All right, the next shout out I have today is to George Perez. Just want to congratulate him. He got his first appearance and first copy of the first Omega Red X-Men comic book. Super excited for him, and you can tell he's super excited about it. So congratulations. And then we have Ryan M. Douglas, who says, I went to a small convention this morning, and apparently I was on a first issue binge and didn't realize it until I got home. So you got to see he got the first Savage Dragons, he's got What If Spider-Girl, or the first Spider-Girl issue, 2099 issue. But the one that I see there, guys, you see a theme here today, is we have Sensational She-Hulk issue 1. That is a hot comic book, I think, going forward here. A nice Hawkeye book, too. All right, and then we have another longtime follower of the channel, Dave124. He says, I reorganize my bookshelf every week. Yes, I know. I have a problem. We get to see all his Venom and Carnage comic books on there. I got some X-Men, but I think the top shelf represents what's going on in the movie theater right now. So congratulations there, Dave124, on that awesome display. So, of course, guys, you want to be a member of Comic Book Corner 2.0 Webheads Unite? Well, you just got to go and find it on my Facebook group, and I'll go ahead and approve you once you put in the request, and you can become part of this wonderful community that always shows the things that they get in the mail, their comic book hauls, the things that they pick up at the shops, people that send them stuff. We get to see all kinds of great things here, guys. It's a wonderful community. A lot of fun to be in. Everyone is really super nice. And of course, the most important thing is here is that you could be shouted out in future comic book hauls. Continuing, and we wound up getting Catwoman Lonely City from DC Black Label. The only thing I hate about this book is its magazine format, and I can't get a magazine bag and board right now. So between that and making it hard to store, that sucks. But I wanted to make sure that I bought this one because I like Cliff Chain's artwork. I read Paper Girls, and I think maybe this could be a fun story to read. Maybe a different type of tale when it comes to Catwoman. So I was like, you know, I'll check it out. It's crazy. It takes up the whole freaking screen here. But yeah, again, we'll see. Everyone's much older here, right? All right, so that are all the new books. Now, since I didn't get that many new books, I was like, well, you know what? We're on the road to 500. Let's pick up more back issues because I picked up a bunch of Fantastic Four and Spider-Man last week. So this week, we picked up some Avengers. And the first one I wound up getting was Avengers issue 14. This is the oldest issue now that I currently own when it comes to the Avengers. I was like, hell yeah, I'll buy this. So, pretty cool book. It is all together. The only issue with it is that I think the center page is a little bit loose, but it is all together, so it's there. And I was like, that's a pretty cool issue, right? And then I wound up getting issue 37 of the Avengers. So that one is pretty awesome. This is probably out of all the ones that I bought, the one that's in the best condition. So I was like, oh yeah, that's cool, man. Check that out. I got Hawkeye, Captain America, to conquer a Colossus. That's what it says. So pretty cool. And then next, I wound up getting Avengers issue 42, The Plan and the Power. So I wound up scoring that issue. You got Quicksilver on there, there's Scarlet Witch. So yeah, Hawkeye in there. So yeah, another really nice issue to add to my Avengers collection. It's been a while since I bought some, and my goal is to eventually get all these Avengers issues. So when I see them, I'm like, I'm gonna buy them. And so this kind of dug a little deeper into the older issues. Then I scored the Avengers issue 45. And it says, Blitzkrieg in Central Park. Nice iconic cover there. And then I might have this one. I feel like I've seen this cover before, but this is the first appearance of the Brainchild. This is issue 86. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if I do have this one, but I'm not sure. But it's still an awesome cover. Reminds you of the leader, right? That's so pretty neat stuff right there. All right, and then I found this Warlock issue. This is issue 13. So I thought this was cool, and this is Star Thief. I think this is the first appearance of this character, and being that Warlock is kind of popular right now because we got the new actor announced, I was like, oh, let me check this one out. This is one of the only ones that they had, so I was like, I'll grab it. Whether it's going to be a key or something popular in the future, who knows, but I grabbed it. And then I got these two off-the-wall books. I've never seen or heard of this ever before, but it reminds me of the MTV animated show Eon Flux. And this might be the same artist. And this is Wild Thing by Nikki Doyle, right? And it does remind me of that animation style. But this is issue 1, where we have Carnage and we have Venom there. And just the artwork is absolutely gorgeous there. Like the body anatomy and everything really looks good. And so with issue 1, they had issue 2. And I'm like, sweet. I'm like, I gotta buy these 2 issues. Now, I think it's a 5-issue miniseries, but I never heard of this ever. So if you guys heard of this, let me know in the comments below. And guys, there you have it. There is this week's haul. Hopefully everyone enjoyed it. Now in the comments below, let me know what you picked up. Or like I said, join that Facebook group and you'll have fun over there. So of course, guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit the bell. As always, I'll leave you more content to check out and have fun with. And guys, as always, keep buying, keep collecting, and most importantly, keep reading those comic books